This is Mark Tronson from the Australian Missionary News. I've got here with me Steve Masion at the Australasian Religious Press Association, and Steve is with the Anglican media in Sydney, and he's got a fascinating story. So, Steve, tell me something about your growing up years, quite briefly.
Growing up, I grew up in the church, and my mum was Christian, my dad wasn't, although he is now. And what else? I don't know.
Okay. Now, what suburb was that?
That was in Maroubra in Sydney.
Okay. So that's the southern eastern suburbs.
Yeah, it's real surf-oriented suburb.
Not far from Bondi.
That's right.
Okay. Everybody knows where Bondi is. Okay. Now, tell me how you came to faith and your journey just for your high school years.
Yeah, in my high school years, I went a bit crazy, and we did some crazy things, me and my mates, and I realised that they were a little bit different to me. I suppose it was my upbringing, and I think through my young years that Christ had sown some seeds in my life, and I realised all along that, serving God was really the only way to go.
Okay. Now, tell us about your post-high school years then.
Post-high school years, okay, well, I got married, had a family, I started working. I found that I was really interested in children's work, and I still work in children's work now.
Now, with 5 children...
I think that helps you to understand kids. Yeah, I'm good with little kids, I'm good with big kids.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so that sort of thing, I don't know.
Graphic design, that interested you?
Yeah, I went into printing, pre-press printing, and then moved into graphic design. I've always been interested in art, and that was a great way to express that. And
okay, now, what moved you then into Anglican media?
Anglican media, I was working for a while in a few different companies, and the last one I was in was advertising. And advertising was great and exciting, but to work with Anglican media, it was great that your job was actually serving God in your job itself. Up until then, my job had just been working in an industry that does whatever and making sure that I'm a Christian, I can influence people in the work environment. But working with Anglican media, the work itself is actually God's work.
Okay, now, tell me about your passion.
My passion?
Yes.
Well, my passion, I've already mentioned children's ministry. I love working with kids still, and even though my kids have grown up, but I still love working with kids. But I'm also working at the moment on graphic novels, comics, telling stories, and I suppose the market I'm looking at is everybody, secular market, but I'm definitely working a Christian message in there because I think that's just really important. It's who you are, it's what you're writing, so why should it not be what you are?
Well, Steve Masion, that's just so out there. The possibilities are just way beyond. Well, this is Mark Tronson signing off for the Australian Missionary News.